Hello folks and welcome to MRReddy Automation. In previous video, we had a look at different locators like ID, name, class name, tag name, etc. In this video, we are going to learn about XPath locator, like what is exactly XPath, types of XPath, and what is the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath, etc. XPath stands for XML path. It is used to identify the elements. It is locator, right? So like earlier locators, XPath also used to identify the elements. We have two types of XPaths. First one is absolute XPath and the second one is relative XPath. First, let's take a look at absolute XPath. It begins with a single forward slash and it starts at root node and ends at target element. It is a combination of tags. What does it mean? This is the syntax for absolute XPath. It is starting with single forward slash, right? Yeah. And starts at root node means HTML is root node. Okay. If you take any web page, what is the root node? HTML. Okay. Let's open application and see. Okay. If you inspect this one, what is the root node? First node of this web page, HTML. Okay. That is the meaning of root node. Okay. And the end set target element. Target element nothing but a required element. For example, if you want to perform any action on username, this is the targeted element. Okay, it ends with the targeted element, and it is a combination of tags. Okay, in the entire absolute text path is a combination of tags only. Now let's have a look at example. Okay, I want to identify this email field with the help of absolute text path. How can you identify? Okay, just right click on this, inspect. Okay, Control F. We have to press Control F. Here we have to write the absolute text path. First, let's write manually. Okay, how can you write? First tag is HTML, right? HTML. Okay, it is highlighted. That means it is identified. Next, body. Body. As for syntax, HTML body. This is common. Okay, and based on DOM, we have to specify these tag names. HTML body. Next tags. Okay, if you see here, HTML email ID, right? Email ID here it is available. Okay, in body we have three tags, right? Inside third paragraph, email ID is available. Okay, after body we have to specify paragraph. Okay, now first one is highlighted. Okay, but our required element is existed in third paragraph, right? We have to specify third one, like in square bracket we have to specify 3. Okay, now it's highlighted. Okay, now we have reached to this position from HTML to body, body to paragraph 3. Okay, inside paragraph 3, our target element is existed. Now we have to specify what is the tag name? Input, right? Input. See here, it is highlighted and this element is identified. This is how we have to write absolute XPath manually. But okay, we have only two objects, but there are many objects, means it's difficult to write manually. Okay, it is time consuming process. In that case, what we can do is just we have two ways. From dev tools, we can capture. Right click on this. Okay, copy, fully export. Same, right? HTML body p3 input. Okay, this is one way. Other way is we can capture from selectors hub. We have one extension, Chrome extension, selectors hub. Just you can install these extensions. Once you install this extension, you can capture absolute XPath. Right click on this, selectors hub, copy, absolute XPath. Okay. This is absolute export. Okay, it is adding index. If it is first one, it is one, it is adding body one and p3 input one. But in earlier one, we don't have this one. Okay, but both are same only. It is highlighted, right? For example, I have given span. Okay, that span is not available. It's not highlighted. Means this XPath is not satisfying our requirement. Clear? Let me add this XPath in our script and execute once. Okay. By ID. Instead of ID, what we have to specify? This is normal script only. In previous video, we have seen, right? This path is to invoke browser, and this one is to maximize browser. After that, we have to specify XPath. Driver dot find element by dot XPath. Okay. What is XPath? This one, right? Okay. Let me execute once. Yeah, as you can see here, it's entered value. That means Selenium is able to identify the object with the help of absolute XPath. Next one is relative XPath. Relative XPath begins with double forward slash. Okay, as you can see here, it will begin with double forward slash and it starts at the current node. Okay, whenever we execute the script, the search will be starting from current node only. Okay, so here tag name, it could be input button, image table. If you see any HTML tags based on object types, different tags are available, right? Input input means it could be text field, it could be checkbox, it could be radio button. Okay, button means it's normal button, image table, etc. Property means it could be ID or name or class name, etc. Okay, value means its property value. It is the syntax for relative XPath. For example, if you want to identify the same email ID with the help of relative XPath, then how can we identify? How can you write relative XPath? You will start with double forward slash. Okay, and tag name. What is the okay? Select this one. What is the tag name for this one? Input, right? Input square brackets at the rate of property. Okay, we can give ID, right? ID equal to what is the value? Mail. Okay, in single quote, we have to specify mail. Yeah, it's been highlighted. Okay, as you can see here, syntax tag name at the rate of property equal to in single quote value. Okay, that's what we specified here. We have created manually, right? Okay, let's see how to capture through dev tools. Okay, right click on this, copy, export. Yeah, see here, it is the export. Here we have specified tag name. Here it is specified asterisk symbol. What does it mean? Any tag. Here we have specified input. We know that input tag. Asterisk symbol means any tag. It could be input, it could be button. It doesn't care about tag name. It will concentrate on only property and value. Okay, but it's always better to use tag name. Why? Because there is a readability. But by seeing this property, we will come to know this object type is input. Otherwise, we don't know what type of object it is exactly. Okay. Now let's see how to capture with the help of selectors hub. Right click on this element, selectors hub, copy, relative export. Okay. See here, it is exactly similar to our manually created export. Okay. If you are good at XPath, you can write manually. Otherwise, you can create XPath through DevTool or through Selector Hub. Now let me add it in our script and execute once. Yeah, its entered value. In real time, which one you have to implement between absolute XPath and relative XPath means we have to go with relative XPath only because absolute XPath is having one issue. But here problem is it is completely depend on DOM, okay? But if developer is changed something like adding new elements in this web page or deleting the existing element in this web page or changing the position of this web element, then absolute XPath will be impacted and it won't work. Eventually, the script will be failed. In real time, especially in Scrum, frequent changes will be happen in our application as per customer requirement. It could be addition of new element or deletion of existing element or changing the elements positions, etc. Okay. Now let's see it practically. Okay, let me want to just one element between these two element username and element ID. Okay, which can I add? Okay, let me add other one. Object name is city. Okay, ID city. Okay, we have added one element. Now let's see whether absolute XPath will work or not. Let me debug this one. Now see here, instead of email ID, it is entering into value into this one. Why? Because that paragraph 3 is email ID. Now we added new element. Okay. So now the DOM structure is changed. Now in place of now city is occupied email ID position. Okay. Now when we are trying to enter value in email ID, it is entering into city. Okay. So for that, what we have to do again, we have to change the XPath. Now see highlighted this one. We have to change the XPath, right? But it is not the best practice. So in this case, absolute XPath is failed. It is not working as per our expected result. Now let's see about relative XPath, whether it contains the same behavior or different behavior. See, relative XPath is working fine even we added new element. But in case of absolute XPath, it is not working. Why? Because its position is changed. Okay, to avoid this type of complex situations, we have to go with relative XPath only. Now let's see what is the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath. Okay, absolute XPath, it will start with single forward slash, and coming to the relative XPath, it will start with double forward slash. Absolute XPath navigation starts from root node and it navigates all the nodes one by one and finds the targeted element. But coming to the relative XPath, its navigation starts directly from current node only. Okay, it doesn't start navigation from root node. Okay, that is the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath. Next, XPath extension. Yeah, we have seen about this one, right? Selector hub. With the help of selector hub, yes, you can generate the XPath without writing manually. And second option is you can use developer tool as well. We have seen both. Okay. In next session, we will see about XPath operators and XPath methods. That's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.